Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Pike and Shot Campaigns, the English Civil War, episode number 1. Mission number 1, which is the Battle of something or other. I've already forgotten. I wanted to showcase something there, but I already hit load the game. Oh well. That I'm on the middle difficulty. Out of the 5, I'm right smack in the middle, so the normal one. But I think a lot of people even think that the middle one is quite difficult, because the AI is pretty good, and even a lot of people say that the AI is favored in die rolls. Anyways, now that we have a little bit of sound in the background and we'll have charges and all that stuff making noise for once. But the very first thing we're going to do is just end the turn, because this is, if you remember from the last one, all we did was complete our turn and I saved it there. We're all set up to roll up the right. We're set to penetrate into their little road obstacle wall in the center, and then we can just start pushing over from there. And we've already pushed it over on the left flank, the initial left flank. We haven't gotten up to the mountain quite yet. So let's end the turn. There it is. Things are making noise now. It's nice. The sound effects are not like amazing, but they're an important thing, I think, is that they're not annoying. These guys are actually retreating because they are and they are kind of like routing. So he was able to turn and fire, but he's in the open. And those pikemen, they have about... Oh, good, he auto-broke. That's fantastic. Okay, good. When we're shooting at this guy, that's really good news. Shooting. Wish I would have been able to turn that guy. Okay, now it's our turn. So, what to do on this turn? Well, their medium guns spent an entire turn pivoting. And what's worse for them is this pike and shot should be obstructing their shot. So once I don't think that this medium gun will be able to fire at us. And we should be able to attack this guy. And I'm going to do that first because I don't know where he's going to go. And I want one of my guys probably to chase him. So let's do this. Let's do this guy here. Turn, fire to weaken this guy just a smidge. Then let's charge him. He will evade this way. We rear attacked him. Look at that. That's beautiful. So we did engage him because he wasn't able to fall back because we put our unit here. We took 1 casualty, he took 7, he's fragmented. That was a fantastic move. And I can't say I knew that that was going to happen. I just wanted to kind of probe the game mechanics there. So it doesn't look like this pikeman is going to be needed in any of this, because this guy is just going to go right up onto this guy's butt. Half arc of fire if we do it here. Let's go ahead and turn. Get the full arc of fire off. Hopefully break him. He's broken. Fantastic. Good, so he can route, and we don't pursue because we're just shooting. Now this guy, this pikeman will pursue this unit once he breaks, and believe me, he's going to break. He's up against, it's a bunch of guys without, I don't know if they have anything more than a hunting knife against fully armored pikemen. So yeah, not ideal conditions for them, you might say. So we have to skirt 1, 2, 3, 4 this range, which means probably this turn we're going to allow ourselves to be flanked, kind of. I need to get out of the way, though. I guess I could charge them, but then I will pursue here, and then they'll be firing at me, which is not what I want. Let's get this guy to move over here. That makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, took a little bit of fire. That's fine. I always prefer to fire at the units who will fire at me first, because then they're firing with slightly reduced numbers. I didn't do it there, though, because I don't know what I'm going to do. Am I going to charge them? They will retreat, but maybe that will save my pikemen from being disturbed. This guy's already at 70 out of 91. We're at 150 out of 153. This guy's at 291 out of 294, and this guy's at 288 out of 291. So they're still in pretty good shape. I thought they had 1,000, but I must be thinking of the pikemen themselves. No, everyone on this map is a pretty small unit. Okay, it's good to know. Well, I guess we can start moving these guys forward. Why can't you move the full distance? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where we get into some trouble. So let's do the the movement like this. Should take us further around the back. Just what I want. And the dragoons, I guess the same thing. Good, so we're starting to begin our arc over. I still don't know what to do with this guy. Let's just come back to him. I like these tools, they're very useful. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is line of sight and line of fire. It doesn't really work, though, does it? Because we cannot fire in these two. That should be stopped by these guys. But, okay, fair enough. We don't need to really know. That's for more foresty maps, when the forest actually obstructs your vision. Okay, I guess we're going to have to do it this way. Turn, and that's a long-range full arc of fire. We still got the maximum casualties we could have expected, so that wasn't that bad. I think I can turn without it ruining our chances of doing things, so I can still attack. Although, this unit is not weakened enough, so let's actually just blast him. Okay, he's disrupted. Now, because he's disrupted, I feel safer turning and exposing my flank. This is my most valuable unit, these pikemen. Even more valuable than the cavaliers. You can see that although these have an attack strength of 144, down the bottom right, down here, and they have 33 armor, this is the important thing. The armor really does help them. But these guys just have such a high attack strength that the best thing for us to do is just to get them locked into melee as fast as possible. And I expect that we will rout the enemy if we can do that. However, it's going to be difficult. We'll probably have to... I don't know how we're going to do it. We need them to kind of maneuver because they're in such good positions right now. Alright, let's continue the movement of our musketeers, though. This is full arc of fire. That's fantastic. This guy's already routing, so we don't need to worry about him. We'll attack this guy first. Again, I like to attack a unit before it gets a chance to give reaction fire. And the best for us to do is to have them give reaction fire against a unit who's in cover. So we'll move this guy. We only need to move him here. I don't want him to obstruct anybody else's fire, so there it is. And he will return 3. This guy's disrupted. Very good. So we're kind of already where I want to be. I'm going to move this guy into the forest again, which will protect him from the guns. And this guy's already fired, so we're just going to keep leapfrogging these guys. Also, when they're behind here, they can't be targeted by the other guy. And if we wanted, we could charge too, but let's just do... Probably over min-maxing this, I'm sure I am. That's very typical of me. I guess we'll just move right up here. It doesn't matter. And blast him. Good. So this guy, obviously his choice will be to go around the other side. Now eventually this guy's going to have to pivot to get full arc of fire, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy's still in our range, which is fantastic. Good, so is there anybody we haven't moved? Well, we haven't moved the right side. Okay. Is it time to start arcing these guys? No, not quite yet. So we'll get this guy to move here, and he can turn. Interesting. I never understand why, when one can turn or not. So you've already done everything, and wait, is that it? Okay, good. So supposedly all our units have moved now. So now we're going to get into the melee phase, and this guy's going to rout. They will also have residual fire, which I think, nope, won't include that guy. He's not facing the right way. This guy's already fired reactively at my pikemen. Okay, good. So I think we're in good shape. Let's end the turn, see what happens next. Melee phase, yay! Okay, that guy just dispersed outright. This guy's routing. We didn't take a single casualty, and the enemy breaks. But we will pursue, and that's what this message is going to say. Thank God he went down. That was good. We don't really care what happens to him now. He'll be dispersed. It doesn't really matter. So let's see what they do for their turn. He turns and shoots, and we shoot him back. He's fragmented. This guy only gets 1 hit because it's long range. That's good that he fired at this guy. He's now fragmented. We'll move this guy up and attack on the next turn. Actually, we'll probably shift left. Good, good, good. We're still firing at that guy and firing at that guy. Very good. I have to say that things have gone much better than I expected. This is a really challenging game. I'm surprised we're doing this well. Okay, so when do we make our turn? We have to stay off of this range, is within range of him. So we'll probably start lining up our ducks to go up the hill. What is that going to look like? Let's put one guy here. And like so. Like so. He can't get there yet, but he will next turn. And perfect. And the Dragoon takes the far outside. I think this guy takes this spot. So that means the Dragoon takes the one next to him. Okay, very good. And we'll just start lining them up when they're all arranged in nice, pretty formation. That's when we'll give them the go-ahead to fire. Well, not to fire, to advance up the hill. Okay, in the meantime, this guy's already fragmented, so what I'm going to do is anticipate that we're going to rout him this turn. Is that a bold move? I don't think so. It will take an entire turn for my artillery to fire, but that'll give me full arc on fire on these two. So let's turn, and that is his turn entirely. See, you can't shoot when we've moved. We could actually advance forward. I don't know if that's a terrible idea. Can we get this guy then? No, we were at max range for this, so if we wanted to move, we'd have to move another one. But that's not, at the same time, it's not necessarily the worst idea. There's no disadvantage with us moving forward. I don't know. Let's just skip it for now. Okay, so first thing we want to do is fire with the guy who's at an angle, so if they react, they have to react at only half. Wow, that was beautiful. And let's now do this. Hopefully we'll rout him. I hope. Breaks, perfect. Just in time for my next unit to hop his way up to the obstacle. Take fire, as expected, but return fire. And do 3 more damage. Fantastic. So next turn we'll be able to use our light guns. I am going to move up. Why not? So we'll use our light guns to start pecking away at this unit. And we will have all 3 of them able to engage. What we'll probably do is we'll fire with this guy. We'll leapfrog this guy up onto the obstacle road as well. And this guy will fire from here, from the side. Good. It's all figured out. Now, can we rout this guy without doing anything? I'd really like to just rout him without... you know... Yeah, if we want to shoot at him first, we have to just take this shot. Oh, good. He broke. So it doesn't even return fire. Very, very good. So if we're here, technically 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be at the max range, and they'd have to turn as well. Should we even give them the pleasure of firing guns at us, or should we just wave off for the moment? This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can get here, which means we can go here. Good. And get this guy to go here. Very good. All right. So we're starting to make our way, and now we'll move this guy over here so he's not susceptible to any fire. He doesn't have enough AP to turn. It's all well and good. Actually, what we could do even, I guess it's still going to take a little while for them to get up to these two, but what we could have done is move these guys over to start pressuring the other commanded shot musketeer guys. That would have pinched this a little bit faster, but honest to God, really what I'd rather do is have these musketeers engage in a long-range fight with the Pike and Shot. That'll either force the Pike and Shot to come off the hill, or we'll weaken them slowly for our cavaliers. Because obviously you can't charge Pike and Shot with cavaliers. You just can't do it. We need our pikemen to get up there first. Okay, so I'm just really happy. Things are going really well. You know, playing a video game is a lot of fun. That's why we play them. But playing a video game and when things go all according to plan is even better. So we'll begin to make the arc with this guy. I also want to... I know that routing units can recover if they don't have a pursuer. I have no idea what the actual mechanics are for that, but I'm just assuming that putting a guy generally near this routing unit will decrease his chances of recovering. So let's go ahead and move our musketeers. It looks like they can move in any direction, and they have no... Whatever direction they're facing has no... impact on which way they can move, which is fantastic. So we'll basically move them up here, and we'll start the same idea is just to get into a long-range gun battle with the Pike and Shot, which they're a mixed bag, which is a good thing and a bad thing. You know, a jack of all trades is a master of none. These guys are a master of the long range, and this is my master of the short range. So if we can force them into a long-range fight, it's going to weaken them even more when they already would have been weak to a short-range fight. But now they do have one unit here, which is some kind of advanced one. Yeah, here it is. Parliamentarian pikemen. We have to watch out for those guys because they will hit us as hard. Well, about as hard. I think ours are superior. So we're at 358, and they, down here, are at 257. So we still have an advantage Although we're slightly lower in number. Yeah. So we're better one-on-one, but... Whoops, I've got some outside noises. Sorry about that. But we should be able to win one-on-one. We will definitely win a one-on-one if we can get our pikemen, our musketeers involved against that unit first. So, that's all I need to say about that. Do we have any unmoved units? I don't think so. We're in good shape. Okay, let's see how they react. Are they going to start shifting their hilltop forces? Oh, residual. We are actually able to fire at that guy. That's fantastic. That kind of firing when a unit is routing is particularly important if you're playing on the campaign mode, because they're routing and stuff, and we will, but you know, they're off the map. That's all I really care about in this particular mission. But in upcoming missions, in the strategy mode, their troops are persistent, in which case killing even one more off is a good thing. So this guy turned back. Okay, now it's our turn again. Well, as the dust settles down here, that is going to be our first order of business. We're now at full arc of fire. We did 1 damage, but the more important thing is they're more susceptible to our fire from here. 6, 4. Now we move forward and begin continuing to pelt them, I guess. So this is half arc, so we have to turn. And this is full arc. I would never have guessed it. This, yeah, it's just even to me. I don't see the difference. That's okay. Can he squeeze in without taking fire? He can. And continue moving up like so. The only disadvantage of this is that we can only have 2 of our units fire on their phase, on the residual shooting phase during their turn. We can only have 2 units who will fire. But that's the price we pay for being tucked in and not as susceptible to enemy fire. So, and I think it's a good trade-off. Good. Okay, so these guys have to stay off the hill as well. I probably want one to come up like this, and once these guys swing around, he'll have to face that way, so he won't be able to face the same way as my pikemen. That's the idea. Okay, so turn. 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 Good. Those guys are all set. I guess we'll get this guy here. We'll probably move 1 more. In which case, it almost would have been better for us to move here and then come back there. Okay, so we can't move diagonal. So if I move here, I cannot move here the next turn. Alright, well, let's just follow then. Can he turn? He can. That's good. This guy can't turn. That's fine. Alright, so is it time for us to start getting involved in our long-range fight? Well, maybe. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right diagonal from this is the first one. We can't do that this turn, so we'll move him here and him here. And that should be entirely out of range, but next turn we'll begin our long-range battle. And we might as well just keep that up, peppering this guy in the long-range exchange until they get sick and tired of it. Because I think we should win it. What's even better is if maybe we can even do something silly. No, I was wondering if we could put a unit here and a unit here and just pepper them left and right and retreat back. But I don't think so. Because they can turn and fire on the same turn, so no. If we move one back, the other one can still be fired at. Okay, fair enough. Gotta do all the math in my head. Okay, they've stopped pursuing, which is really good. So move him over here. Can he still turn? No, that's fine. We'll get there eventually. This guy needs to set up first anyway, because we want to begin our long-range attack just the same way. Okay. And the middle area now, or are we done? Oh, you haven't moved. Well, not so important, but we'll move you there. Oh, good. So these guys have all fired. Very good. Okay, then in that case, we'll end our turn. So the residual, that guy did 0 damage, they did 0 damage, we're in cover. And we're still attacking that guy, which, like I said, is not going to be important on this mission, but in the strategic map, that would be something useful. Okay, they have their turn. Aha, we disrupted him. Very good. Oh, 7. Oof. Oof. That was a substantial hit. Okay, but residual, we are still able to fire. Ah, that's good. Even that guy was able to fire. Now it's our turn. I guess the obvious course of action is to fire at this guy first. To blast him from point blank. Because their return fire is, well, not effective. And get this guy to move up. Turn. Fire. Okay, that fire has already been used against this guy. This disrupted unit, we may even just pull back over to here. I think he'll still be able to fire from this angle, but I want him to recover from his disrupted state. So although... Oh, we don't have enough AP to turn. Okay, so he'll just have to chill here. He's actually still in range of this unit. But that's okay. I wish we could do something else with him. I didn't realize he wouldn't be able to turn. This is one of those things. I wish that there was some kind of indicator on what all you could accomplish. And maybe if I knew exactly what cost an action point and what doesn't, I'd understand this, but I don't. I just don't. You can see how substantial 25 and 22 versus 70 and 37 for being disrupted. It's a pretty big penalty. Okay. So we are able to engage now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know that is here. Let's get this guy here. And out of range. Huh. Huh. Short range is 2 and long range is 4. So this is obviously a new gameplay mechanic that I'm not aware of, that when you're shooting up a hill, apparently it takes away one of the range or something. Wow, that's annoying. Okay, well, we'll just move all our guys up this way. Okay, we're all set, so these guys can do whatever they want. We might as well start moving this unit up. Okay, let's see where. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's exactly it. I think I'm okay if he fires at the dragoons, though. So move those guys up 1 and just see what he does. Let's find out which one he prefers to hit. And we'll leave everyone else where they are. Okay, good. We also have these guys. So apparently, 1, 2, 3. We'll probably have to get to the bottom of this hill to be able to fire? Huh. Might as well do it like this. Turn. And get him over here. Facing this way. He can't, but that's okay. Going to avoid the rough ground. It just disrupts your forces. It's probably not a big deal because we'll have plenty of time to reorganize, but more force of habit than anything. Good thing we already shot because I didn't realize we just obstructed our own unit. But this guy will be covered from the medium gun for next turn. I think they'll have to fire at this guy. Okay, who is next? These guys I don't want to move. And those are the only 4 I haven't moved. Okay. So hopefully this guy being... I think this guy might recover. And he's only down to 53 out of 91. And this guy's only down to 57 out of 88. So there's still a lot of fight left in these guys. I don't want them to recover. But we don't have anything more we can do for this turn, so let's just end it. Oh, what the hell? He's still able to hit this guy? That's crazy. I don't know how he's able to hit a unit which is, I mean, appears to be obstructed. And they are focusing on that disrupted one. Wow, that was another big hit. Luckily, he did not disrupt. So obviously, I'm not exactly aware of the... Like, how does it work exactly? I'm not sure. I don't know anything anymore. What we'll probably do is, this is a half arc of fire, so we'll turn and fire. We'll Hopefully that routs him. Good. As hoped. This guy out of range. It's impossible. Maybe they mean that his vision is obstructed. What if we get this guy to move? I think we'll keep him at a distance. It's a little bit unusual, but we'll keep him at a distance. That's actually okay. So can you fire now? It says out of range. I don't know why it would be out of range. Okay, well, let's keep this guy here. This is half. We don't have enough. Okay, so we have to fire half. That's fine. Didn't do anything. Honest to God, out of range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe they do count diagonals. I don't know. Maybe they do count diagonals. If you want to count diagonals, the best way of doing it is counting them as 1.5 because, as we know, the square root of 2, which is that diagonal distance, is 1.414. It's close enough to 1.5. I guess we have to move forward then. It's rather annoying. Well, I hope that that's in range then. Who else hasn't moved? Good, we'll move this guy back over. These guys haven't moved. Yeah, the whole kit and caboodle. Alright, well this is good. At least we have enough strength to get ourselves up the hill a bit. So we can just inch forward. So we can fire from this distance. Diagonals must be treated differently. Good. So 297 to work out, and we only have 140. So essentially we're trading R2 for 1. But even that 1 is hopefully enough to get us on the hill. I don't know which way we're going to move yet, but we'll just kind of start tilting that way. So you are out of range. It's good to know. You know what I could have done, and this is very silly of me. Yeah, there it is. So you can see that the diagonals start tapering off. Oh my gosh, I turned this off earlier, and that would have been immensely useful. So we have to move 2, because 1 would only allow this guy, and I want both of them to fire. So we'll move right here. Now, to me, it looks like this is what I should do. Yes, that was correct. Okay, let's get this guy here. This is full arc. Okay, good. Good, good, very good. Now, in order to fire, we're going to have to shift essentially diagonal 1. I think it's worth to trade our dragoons in this manner. Nice. I'm pretty happy about that. So does that mean, in fact, okay, let's do this comparison then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, which means this guy can move up. And technically, this guy can move up here, but we're not going to bother with that. We'll just leave those guys as the fighting front that they are. Okay, so this is, I'm learning more. We're learning more. You learn something every day. And these are the only ones who haven't moved, so that means it's time to end our turn. But I see that this video has gotten up to 28 minutes, so, gosh, this will be a 3-parter, maybe even more, for us to actually be able to take the hill. But we're off to a really good start. I think we're making good progress. Each turn, we're whittling down their forces. I think our strategy to attack from the flanks is a solid one. So I'll put a cut in here. Stay tuned for more. And hopefully we get to the top of the hill. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you back soon.